All right, let's see what we get. The Gawa against Rusviet. This should be fun. Got send one back, which is not bad. Got 0 mechs, create a permanent foothold. I could work with some mats for Tagawa. Mechanical. Gotta be honest. Not my favorite Tagawa mat. Rusviet's got engineering. That's gonna help us. I didn't see what Albion had. Industrial. Right. Let's see, what are we gonna do here? I think we're gonna try to get our first enlist out pretty quickly. What Albion did. Albion started with a move action. A good chance they trade for 2 metal here so that the first time they produce they can get a mech. Hey James, how's it going tonight? Yeah, I like with Tagawa, favorite mat, I would say innovative is pretty good with Tagawa, and I like agricultural as well. Now we have 2 food and we've got 2 workers on the farm, so we're gonna do produce action, pick up our enlist. We might go with the coin enlist here with Rusviet and Albion going to both make a bunch of mechs, but we'll definitely go get power. See what mech Rusviet gets. If Rusviet gets the Riverwalk mech, then we have to start thinking about it, about whether we want to pick up the coin from the mechs or the combat cards. Rusviet goes speed, we might just go ahead and go with the power enlist. We got Riverwalk here. Decisions. We're gonna go coin. Gonna go coin. Albion's gonna go for that encounter. Doesn't have to worry about Polania at all because this is a 3-player game. Hey Gritty Willis, what's up? Streaming for the first time in a while. Been streaming the tournament. Albion's got the industrial mat. Rusviet's got engineering. And I'm good old Tagawa down here putting around with my mechanical mat, which is not a good mat for Tagawa. Okay, so Russ pulled a fast one on us. He went for the Riverwalk mech, but then he went to oil, which is really unfortunate for us because we would have liked to go for this power enlist if we knew that Rusviet was going to be using his engineering mat to make these upgrades. Ooh. All right, let's go get our encounter. Get a worker on the village. Ooh, 3 popularity to gain any 5 resources. What would I get? I gotta take it. Get 1 oil. Get an upgrade. And some food. Albion's we're in no danger of getting hit by Albion. We gotta worry about anyone. It's a Rustviet. If Rustviet hits us right now, what hurts him is the combat cards, which he won't have many of in the near future until he gets enough upgrades to upgrade those enlists and start moving around. We're gonna go with the combat card trap right here. The reason we got the oil is next turn we're going to trade for 2 oil and we're going to upgrade this enlist. Probably get an upgraded move action. Then we're going to turn around, produce. It's only going to cost us 3. So we'll use 3 up here, get 1 down here, and then we'll produce again when we get a chance. We'll be at 5 workers and we'll have 3 enlists at that point. Freddie Willis, yeah, I'm gonna upgrade the enlist. I didn't think you typed that message as I was saying it. Yeah, a lot of times you get that encounter that gives you 5 resources for 3 pop, and you don't have 3 pop because you have something like the engineering board or some other board that doesn't actually start you off with enough popularity to take advantage of it. What do we want in addition to the enlist? I think we want this move action even more than we want the bolster, which would be the other obvious candidate, or the produce, but we're going to take the move action. Always nice getting later in the game and realizing that you can move 1 more time than you would have otherwise. It can really save you. We're going to get a coin off of this Albion deploy here. Check in on the score. We're right there with everybody so far. What's we gonna do here? Gonna do another upgrade maybe? Maybe he moves and does his first enlist. Thinking the next enlist should be the power enlist, guys. I mean, we risk missing a combat card, but yeah, here comes an enlist. It's interesting he went with the combat card enlist. I guess he sees that I'm going to be doing some more enlist. We're going to gamble here and take this power one. Hopefully Rustviet rewards us for this. does some more upgrades for us. Albion's got his rally mech. I'm gonna rally to this village to get this encounter. I might go for the oil here, or the upgrade. Huh, okay, just the $2 and the 1 pop. Thought with him moving to this oil that he might be thinking about upgrading a lot with this industrial mat to get coin. Alright, Rustfeet's going to give us our first power off that enlist. Okay, it's off for that. So we need 6 more food and we already have 2. We're going to produce twice more, I guess. Since we can't produce right now and we don't want to move our workers yet, let's trade for a couple more food. We should be set on our enlist pretty shortly here. Albion's producing a ton of oil. May have another mech incoming from Rustfiat. Maybe a trade for 2 food here. Yep, and use the 3 metal he's got on the ground to deploy his mech. And so that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna trade to get his food while deploying with the metal he already has, it looks like. Okay, what's the situation here? He could attack me. We're in a pretty good spot though, as far as that goes. And there are no longer any resources here. We've been dropping the resources we get here and spending the ones up here. Get them out of reach. Okay, Rustfeet's gonna start enlisting here. He's already got 1, he's gonna get more, so we'll go for this combat card enlist. Pick up this popularity. In case we need to produce with 8 workers at some point. Here's the question. We move to wood and go for building. I mean, I think we have to go for mechs, right? So if we move, what Albion do? He bolstered and upgraded his mech to only pay 1. He's got 1 metal on the ground. His next produce, he'll get more oil, and he'll get his 3rd mech. Mechs are coming out pretty quickly. It's nice that we had this coin deploy. We're ahead of the pack on coin. We're about even with territories, although territories doesn't mean a whole lot at this point of the game. Rustfiat does not want to attack me right now. No reason to spring that trap, I don't guess. This is a great opportunity for him to get some food on that second option. He does have enough popularity to go the 3rd option, but I rarely see people take it. I think it's an undervalued option on encounters. We're gonna move. Start placing traps. I thought about just moving 3 workers up here which would have been nice because we would have given ourselves enough metal for a mech right out of the gate. Albion produced like we thought and took a mech. Yeah, Gritty Willis, I was tempted to go 3 workers on the mountain, but here's my thinking is that it's important to slow down Rustfeed's game here. Albion Industrial is probably even a weaker combo than what I have. So my main worry here is that Rustfeed is just going to take over this game. So if I can get a trap on this village and a trap on the factory, that's at least going to slow him down a little bit. So I'll pick up 2 metal this turn. Get my last enlist, first star. I mean, to have all your enlists in round 10 is pretty good. I don't care which faction you are. We got 16 coins, so. James Potter saw your tier list on BGG. Good stuff. Is there an approximate winning turn range for each tier? No, because sometimes a combination is really strong for its ability to take a lot of territory and get a lot of coin. Now, the SS combinations, the top tier, Rustfiat Militant, Rustfiat Innovative, and Crimea Patriotic can end the game in about 13, 11 to 12, and 14 turns respectively. Hey, Poached Trout, how's it going? But some of the combos that can rush the game are very strong and rated highly, but there are some that can't rush the game as well, but still got a good rating because they have other strengths. So it's not quite as simple as just boiling it down to turns. So if we move here, which is what we want to do, Rustfiat could eat 2 traps and take our metal. That 5 pop though. Hmm. And here's where I can either move a 4th worker here. What I'm probably going to do is move a worker to oil. He's sitting on 7 power. This would be 2 expensive traps for him to hit. Let's just hope he doesn't take my metal. And you got to take some chances. I'm gonna trade here instead of produce because I think if I put 5 metal on that spot, it just may be it may just be too tempting. But that gets me enough metal to where I can make a mech the next turn. I'll probably move to the factory the next turn if Rustviet doesn't beat me there, which I think he's going to. But he didn't take the 2 metal last time, so I don't think he's going to take it this time. Unless he was just dropping the food so he could take my metal and then enlist while he was up at it. What you gonna do, Russ? Yep, go into the factory. He has an upgraded move. He still can take my metal if he wants. What are we doing on those points? Okay, actually. He's officially not taking my metal. What do you think, guys? Does he just camp on the factory there? Or does he factory away with a card and let us get in on the action? No People's Army yet. Still 2 cards he can play, and he's sitting on 8 power. We can't really attack. Alright, so let's go with Shinobi. We got a lot of traps out. Way attacking us anywhere has some disincentive because we can just hit right back. Like to start with Ronin, but we're at 8 power, so Coach Strad, he'll go after the encounter with character and leave worker and mech. I hope so. I'm gonna take the factory next turn if he does. Put a trap on it where Albion can get there and flag it. Albion's gonna get his last mech and his first star. Not super excited about that. What you gonna do, Russ? What you gonna do? Answer is stay on the factory for now. You work toward that mech star. No, he's doubling down on the factory. Do this. Start to get toward our worker star. Albion's progress is stopped as well. He's got these territories he can expand out into. Gonna come back and drop a flag here, I guess, to get credit for more territory. I've of course got this way to expand out. Gonna build buildings. Yeah, he upgraded his building. Too bad for him, he just has 1 wood on the ground for this move action, or he could build a building right now. But he's going to produce 4 at a time, which is enough for 2 buildings. He just consolidated his forces there in a major way. That's a pretty significant drop in points for him. At 35, it's just not nearly enough. Would have been really nice to have a factory card. I don't think Rusty's going to let us have it, though. The fact that we're there and we can attack means he has to think about it. He doesn't have to keep 3 units and a worker on it. Doesn't have to be that worried about us, but does have to pay us a little attention. Let's go Ronin. Demetrius K, if Rusviet plays efficient, is there a chance for Tagawa or Albion? In a 3-player game, probably not. Just to be honest. In a larger game where there are more players and more interaction between the players, yes. There's definitely a chance for Tagawa and Albion. One of the biggest things you can do to slow down Rusviet is deny them combats, which honestly is very hard to do with Tagawa. Unfortunately. Albion's doing his part to cluster his units together as best he can. Oh wow, 3 popularity. He may be in tier 2 here in a second. Enlist worker mech objective combat seems rough to rely on 2 combats. I find it sometimes it's a little bit hard to plan the stars out as Tagawa. You just have to try to get an efficient engine going as quickly as you can, and go from there. He left a worker there, or I could hit him. That is star number 2. Yeah, Rusvia just jumped up well above us. Maybe one of those games where we were just hoping to hold second. We can go for a combat up here. I don't know why he's spread out like that. Power is an option, upgrade bolster. Yeah, you can abuse Ronin and just keep slamming yourself into people. Get to the power star. Try to get to the power star that way. $2 in popularity. 2 popularity, build a structure. You might build the structure here. Does look interested in the build star. How close is Rusviet to ending the game? Because this is a long game. We're in round 17. Rusviet can get 3 stars in 1 turn if he goes objective combat. The other one. Not the power. It's He's spread out so far, it's going to be hard for him to get the worker star. He'd have to consolidate back together. Coach Stroud, I missed your question earlier. What stars am I planning? Mech, worker, enlist. I'd like to get objective. Rusty is making that kind of difficult. I have the send one back with a warning, force an opponent's worker to retreat and still have at least 7 power. Objective. Ooh. Oh man. Oh. Albion can't move this turn. That's amazing. I can put I can get a factory card. That's great. Is that right? Yeah, Albion can't move. Means Russ left the factory and I can take it. Is it gonna catch? Is it actually right there? Actually a little bit ahead of Russ Viet right now. It was weird. He was at 35. I guess he got the star and he got another territory. It's just so powerful to just be able to move in a 3-player game. All right. Do this. 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 Want to get some spread here. Try to stall the game as best I can. We don't need that, but the coin is nice. This saves us 2 turns. I like this, but I don't know if the game's going to go long enough. We'd have to use it. Have to use it 3 times and get an encounter. Don't think it's going to happen. Rustvia says I may run out of time. He's right. He's at 2.5 minutes. We got to watch our time too. What are we looking at here? 50? Got a nice lead over Albion right now. That goes away though if he takes the factory away from me. Gonna get Suton. Next turn we can factory card up there. Albion doesn't attack us this turn. And drop our last mech. Maybe they do knock us off the factory, maybe hit Rusviet right here. Double move. Yeah, there to there. Oh, he used sword. That's unfortunate. How much is he gonna spend to do this is the question. Yeah, he's gonna be ahead of me after this turn. Just brought 2 units. Yeah, he bluffed me. Good bluff. Well done. Yeah, he took the pop card. He thinks the game's gonna go long enough. He might be right. Might be in trouble if Rusviet DCs. Oh wow, that was a good move for him. I mean, we're at 4 popularity. Maybe we should have taken that other factory card. Albion can't move next turn. Now if we attack Albion, we give them the power star. This is taking a turn for the worst. I don't think Rusviet's going to be able to end this. Rusviet's objective. How's he going to get that last star? If we attack the factory, we take a lot of territory from Albion. We could get 2 stars this turn and pick up 2 territories. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 coin. I don't think Rusviet can end next turn, can he? Can't get that star or that star or that star. Can't do 2 buildings. Can't get the workers. We're gonna have another turn here. There's no reason to try to win this fight. Hopefully we get lucky. I hope we don't get lucky. Rod. Why is he doing that? Oh, he's a bot now. Albion may have just done us a favor. We'll see what happens here. Exploiting the bot. He knows the bot's gonna go low. Well, he doesn't have any power, I guess. Two can play at that game. Come on, Russ, upgrade. Oh, that's unfortunate. If we'd upgraded, we'd be at 14 power and we could attack this with one unit. Can we get to 2 combats? We can't. Gotta do this though. And play 12. He won't. Kept our strength. Rearm the trap. See where that puts us. 1 point short of Russ. The good news is that we got a trap here. There's no flag, so he can only hit us with the one unit. How many combats do we have? 1 combat? Good game, guys. Do believe this is good game. 59, we're ahead. We just beat Russ, and that's it. Freaking People's Army, we forgot. I don't think he has 2 5s. Let's hope he doesn't have 2 5s. Alright. Yeah, People's Army. I should have gone for the mountain. I got excited, but it worked out. Hey guys, we did it. Tagawa Mechanical, we took down Albion Industrial and Rustviet Engineering. That was great. A great game. And we got 10 elo points out of it too. It was amazing. It's interesting that Albion didn't lose any elo that time. That was nerve-wracking. So what did we end up with in that game? We got combat, worker, enlist, mech, objective. Pretty Willis, that was a roller coaster. Yeah, man. I did not think I was going to win that game. Got to be honest. Of course, it helped that Rusviet ran out of time, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he would have done differently. He made the mistake of spreading out his workers before he had the worker star. He had no way to finish. He couldn't end the game, and that's how you got to win with IFA. Is just get enough points and hope the game goes long enough. Poach Trout, has the ELO formula changed since the update? Yes, Poach Trout. What they did was they changed the ELO, and now you can actually get ELO for beating people who are actually below you. Terry Che, it's been a while since you played ranked. It is always nerve-wracking. Yes, it is. I didn't play ranked for a long time because it was just hopelessly broken. I mean, at the ELO I was at, I'd join a game and it would say 0, -36. It's like, great, okay, I win, I get no ELO. I lose, I lose 36 ELO. I mean, what's the point? But now you can actually gain ELO for winning games, which is good. Like both of those people were ranked significantly below us, and we still pulled off an ELO for getting in first place. So we're sitting on number 5 right now. See if we can get another game going. Can I afford to be a little bit more selective, like 1261, 1250? Some higher ranked players in here. Not do IFA this game. It's about all the Tagawa my nerves can handle for a game or two. Alright guys, I'll be right back. Alright. Hello George. How's it going tonight? Alright, no one's joined yet. We may have to adjust the ELO down to get a game. There's none. He might come play. He's a really good player. James Potter, don't you feel rushed with a 15-minute clock? No. Sometimes if I'm in a long Saxony game or a long Polania game with a lot of movement, I'll find myself running out of time. But unless the game goes into the mid-20s in rounds, I usually don't have a problem with a 15-minute clock. I may have to remake this lobby. Coach chat, I joined, but my elo's 1217. Well, I may have to adjust it down. May have to adjust it down. Don't play ranked with IFA. I did last game. I don't think that's how you spell nerve-wracking. James Potter, I played a Rustfiat agricultural game earlier and didn't leave my peninsula until the last 2 rounds. Kind of crazy. 18-turn game. Yeah, Rustfiat's the king of turtling. That's for sure. Anybody remember how many rounds that last game was? Was it like 19, 20? I think I'm gonna play. Just start spamming some invites here. Come on, guys, I lowered it to 1200. I think a lot of these people are AFK. Master Monkey. Okay, okay. Oh, Nun's not gonna play. Too bad. Probably good for our elo though. Beating him's a coin flip. He's a really good player. I mean, if I get an OP combo and he doesn't, that's one thing, but he's one of those players who, you know, if they get a good combination and you don't, then it's gonna be really tough. Like, a lot of things would have to go right. We had a 1200 join and then jump out. Hmm. Okay. What kind of games in the lobby are filling up? You guys think it's the clock? Is it the 15-minute clock that's turning people off? Travis Green, been missing your vids. Glad to see you back. Yeah, I haven't streamed much, man. We've been doing that tournament over on the Scythe Discord server, so I've been streaming some of the tournament games, and with that, I just haven't really been playing and streaming all that much. Well, guys, I don't seem to be able to fill up a game right now, and my wife just got home from work, so I may be on later. If you've got it set up to get a notification, that's you'll get notified if I come back on. If you don't have it set up that way, just that subscribe button or whatever and put on notifications if you want. And I may be back on in an hour or so. James Potter need 20-minute clock, I think. Yeah, I probably do need the 20-minute clock. Yeah, see you around, Gritty Willis. I'll catch you guys later.